Alright, what's up y'all, LakerFan here. As I about to title today's video, we're here to talk about the power of a pure lockdown in NBA 2K23. This is going to be a 6'7", 189, 7'3" wingspan build right here, 97 prim, 99 steal. As you can see, the rebounding, still even ridiculous. The shot blocking into your D, still also good. Maxed out physicals. It's a crazy build. Still has 86 3-pointer for Hall of Fame Claymore. The finishing categories are either still good enough to dominate smaller guards if you have an absolute weak matchup on you, or for that matter, still get quick drops off too with 65 driving dunk. In my opinion, the best budget as far as any attribute rating for dunking in this game. And again, like I said, the defense amazing on this build. So what we're here to showcase in today's video is gameplay of this. My boy Apollo is going to be on this build going absolutely crazy, so we're going to go ahead and cut to that. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and showcase mostly defense for these gameplays. I'll probably show 2 gameplays worth, and it's going to be pretty much just showcasing Apollo getting crazy steals, on-ball plucks, passing lanes, stuff like that. He's got Hall of Fame glove, 99 steal rating, and it is some crazy stuff, bro. You can see, like, you can get those on-ball steals amazingly. And in case you didn't see the video from yesterday, I uploaded the video on Saboteur, the takeover perk, and I truly cannot even imagine if this build that Apollo has right here had the Saboteur takeover perk. That'd be insane, because with every single pluck steal that he gets, he would be dropping their takeover tremendously and putting them into cold territory and all types of crazy stuff like that. But as you can see, in the very next defensive possession down, he literally just gets another pluck steal on these dudes, and it's going to be over and over and over again. It's ridiculous to see it firsthand. Now, I will say the one negative to running this build is that you're going to be quite a bit of a liability when it comes to the sort of ball handling ability on offense. So if you have a center and a point guard, it's really going to be all in the point guard's hands to be able to carry the offensive load, and you have to make your impact on defense. But as you can see, Apollo truly is making his impact on defense. I mean, he is getting plucks, great shot contest, all types of crazy stuff like that. I mean, he's all over the place with it, bro, and it truly is a menace on defense, and that's how it should be too. Obviously, if you make a pure lockdown with 97 perimeter defense, it should be moving really good. If it has 99 steal, it obviously should be getting some pluck steals, maybe not a ridiculous amount like this. But to be fair, not many people have their unpluckable on either yet, and there is something to be said for sure about the fact that unpluckable is extremely important to have. Now, that's why I've also been trying to tell my boy Kitchen and everybody like that I don't think you should go so OD when it comes to making these tall point guards and make them above 6'8", but 6'8" can still get gold unpluckable the exact same way that most of these 6'1s are deciding to go with. I know I've seen a lot of hot debate as far as like, oh, well, the 6'1s have the ability to get like super high ball handle and super high 3-pointer, but they don't because it's so expensive toward their build and they can't afford to. But again, like, this is kind of crazy. I am not gonna lie to you guys. I don't want to make any comment as far as patching stuff or anything like that, because obviously, you know, I feel like they did that last year and it made for the game to be a whole lot worse. Personally, I love the way this game is playing right now as far as defense having such a crazy impact, being able to live off fast break and some high IQ offensive gameplay, no 3 hunting, super like insane ability like that. But I will say, people probably need to get that unpluckable on. They need to be able to fight back, because Apollo is going absolutely crazy here. Like, literally just took over the game within 2 minutes and got 4 steals and 4 fast breaks for us, and also got the pluck and a great shot contest in the one possession that he didn't get a steal. Not to mention, you also should avoid the lockdown when you are running an offense. I mean, literally, like, you should be getting away from him and forcing the ball at that point guard. I'm sure a lot of you guys have been going at other teams' PGs like this, where if you have a 6'1" point guard on the opposing team, like we have Zeke right here, you are going to demand that he has to play defense. You want to get this guy completely out of the picture as far as not letting him play defense. Obviously, I'm going to be in the lanes and stuff too, but you want to target Zeke as far as like what you want to do offensively and making us pay defensively. Now, I will say though, I'm loving the off-ball ability of my build as far as the lockdown aspect goes, and being able to shrink the floor. You can really show really high and then return back to your corner. And for the people that like to run this ISO stuff, oh boy, this ISO stuff is looking boxed this year, bro. I tell you what. And I'm mostly saying that in terms of if you don't have a small point guard on the court, because when it comes to truly trying to ISO from the top with 2 guys spotting up corners, it's so tough to get open. Now, to sit here and baby our small point guard is a different story. I think that's very doable, obviously, and requires us to do rotations and stuff like that all the time. But also, I need y'all to drop some likes on these videos if you want to see these Ben Simmons SIGs and stuff like that. I will say though, the SIGs are the only nice part about this. I end up going for the contact dunk and kind of run right into him. Bad take, personally. I probably should try and get good with those hops and stuff like that as well, because it would definitely counter those types of things. But anyway, as you can see, Apollo green in the 3 from the corner. Once again, they got the other guy on cold, so we're going to put Apollo on the one that isn't cold so that they would have to go to our other small point guard with Zeke on him. But anyway, I think you guys get the deal. Still same possession. You're going to see Apollo going for the steal. I'm going to bump off the corner right here, and pretty much what I was saying, you can definitely afford to like sag off and stuff because it's hard to get those passes in, and it's very hard to run ISO in this game. That's just how it is. It's hard to play offense in general. That's what I would say about it for sure, because you're going to struggle to run pick and roll if you're bad. You're going to struggle to run ISO if you're bad. You need to rely on your defense if you're a bad offensive team, bad offensive player, all types of stuff like that, because that's just how it's going to be this year. But anyway, like I said, not very hard to do that right there. You can just take it straight down into the paint on the small point guard and dominate him. That's what a lot of teams are living and dying by so far. I think they just come out here with like 3 6'7s and like a 6'9" or something like that, and boom, they just all like will literally just target the small PG if they can do so. Here's a little clip of Apollo shooting some 3 right here too. Contested. I'm surprised that was only 5% for that matter as well. He's got a jump shot on that Kitchen put him on too. It's like base Benedict Mathurin or something like that. Either way though, you can see another plug steal for the win. That is 5 steals right there and put the dude on cold and everything. Again, I cannot stress enough. 97 per MD. 99 steal. You still have 82 block for chase downs on gold as well, and a really good block rating just in general. 83 interior defense so people don't dominate you in the paint. You have still 90 defensive rebound as well to be able to contribute to boards and stuff as well. The physicals are just ridiculous. So I do understand that some people don't like making builds like this, obviously, because it's, you know, I can't contribute to the offensive end. I can't do anything but sit corner. But defense looks so fun. I would love to hop on a build like this too. Don't get me wrong, I wouldn't like the whole spot up corner aspect of it. You could even still play like a pick and popper with this build though if you would like. You can still set screens, you can still get involved in the offensive action. Alright, so into the second gameplay, like I said, we're going to showcase mostly just defense, and you're going to see me and Apollo both working together as far as just really protecting Zeke in this game too, because it is going to be that triple ISO stuff where people are trying to sort of dominate him, trying to swing Zeke out to the corner on rotations, bait, do all types of stuff like that. You can see though, I still get banged on either way, but again, we're going to showcase mostly defense in this game. Alright, so right there, we get a nice little pick and roll. I'm in the paint. Like, you guys get the gist. You don't have to see stuff like this, though. But you can see on this one, Apollo pinches because of bad spacing and bad, like, court tempo where the point guard was kind of pushing it when not all of his teammates were up the court. So Apollo's able to get a free poke in right there. We don't actually steal the ball, though, but either way, you can see fighting over. This is where I will say another thing, too. If you aren't really on top of everything defensively anyway, it's like these 99 ratings are not going to save you against stuff like this, where if they run a wrap straight at you and you don't know whether you're going to switch or not between you and your 2 other perimeter defenders and stuff like that, you may end up in situations like this anyway, where obviously, yeah, you do have 97 Primdy and 99 steal and great shot contesting with Challenger on gold and stuff like that, but there's no level of defense that's going to save you on stuff like that. So just keep that in mind. You obviously have to come prepared when people do types of stuff to get you off of the ball handler, and obviously they're going to do that too if you're a pure lock. They're going to go at your worst defender and definitely stay away from your best defenders. Also, a quick little interjection as far as the offensive stuff goes. Nice contact lob off of this. These have been banging too. They really are capable, and again, you need interior defense to stop stuff like that for sure. But anyway, right there, Apollo with another pluck. He ends up not getting the steal off of it. I try and play the lane. He ends up just shooting a really bad timing on that. Obviously, like I said, against good players, shots like this would definitely be dropping. I'm out on the fast break though, easy alley-oop. And again, like I said, you do have to be on your P's and Q's as far as defensively, because if you do play great shooters, great offensive players and stuff like that, and you're a little bit late or playing bad defense just in general, right there though, we come prepared. And again, this is the stuff I'm talking about, man. You can really make an impact off the fact that you know what you're doing, or if you communicate it mid-play. So like as soon as this guy is pushing it straight at me and this guy is running toward Apollo, even if you're in man defense and you're playing park, doing things like this with 2 capable defenders at the 2 and the 3, you should absolutely switch this at all times. And I'm not gonna lie, this is good bait. The fact that Apollo did go that far can lead you to interceptions for sure, but I will say he didn't exactly look prepared right there to be able to switch out, whereas I was very ready to like take his ball handler. And you need to play defense with your peripherals a little bit. You need to be ready and watch what's around you a little bit, because again, you can't just constantly only take away the point guard and think that they're not going to do things to get him away from you. It's literally just how it is. Right here off the inbound, you're going to see Apollo's going to fight through this. I'm on the backside, kind of just playing hedge. I'm just stepping out. I was prepared to return back as well. But as you can see, he gets the pluck steal, and we're out on the fast break again. Honestly, Zeke probably could have shot that. But again, filling in transition D, I go for the block. We're all filled in pretty much. Nice little rotation right there for Zeke. Apollo hits him with a pass interference. and we get the ball back. So even steals he was getting and plucks he was getting in this game don't even show. He was still on the passing lane right there. I'm not gonna lie, it's a stupid mechanic that's even a thing. It's very rare though. It's not something you have to worry about getting cheesed on super consistently. But what I mean by it is literally like on some football stuff, literal pass interference. Like he literally just got in the way of him and just disrupted the pass. Simple as that. Right here, nice rotation. They call a shooting foul on me though off that, which is ridiculous. And I have like 80 something block rating myself on this build. So who knows, maybe the higher the block, the less you get called for fouls on stuff like that. Right there, off ball switch for me and Apollo. Then I'm here for the drive for Zeke. Again, I'm even still a pretty good defender too. I would almost call myself a pure lock as well because I have 0 shooting, but I have playmaking and finishing, whereas Apollo has like very mediocre and subpar finishing and playmaking, or really no playmaking, but then has elite defense and pretty solid shooting as well. I also wanted to showcase stuff like this where Apollo gets the tip pass but we don't get the ball, because it's still showing his defensive impact even though he's kind of a man down right now and I had to like be prepared to play 2 on the 3-point line. Obviously, you're not going to get them all. Every time you gamble for an interception like that, it will maybe pay off, maybe it won't sometimes. But again, honestly, when you do have that interceptor maxed out, because I don't even think he had it maxed out in this gameplay at all, when you do have it maxed out, that's going to be some nasty, nasty stuff right there. I just want to make mention to you guys too as far as the shooting goes. I'm sure you've ran into this problem so far where if you get lagged out, disconnected, or dashboard from a game, it resets to where your meter is on, and if you have your timing like set to a different thing, it also resets your timing too. So Apollo was dealing with that in this game. Just wanted to make that apparent because he actually shoots tremendously good on this build. Like I'm talking, he is green from the corner every single time. But this one was going to be the one that showcases his defense the best. It's just if I do show the ones that he's struggling offensively, then we will have more defensive possessions to be shown. So in this one, I want to make mention of maybe the adrenaline. So he's already spent 2. He's going to spend his 3rd right here pretty soon. You can still get steals like you're going to see. Like he's just spent 3 now and he's out. But he still gets the interception right here. It's kind of an obvious thing that if it's an easy lane to play, you can still get those. As you can see, his 66 driving layup is still very capable of hitting those. Actually, I think it's like 48 for that matter because he didn't even upgrade it yet. But anyway, for this one, I want to talk about the court shrinkage again. You can see Apollo gets a really nice jump. I'm able to get a contest off it too, most likely, but I'm able to still go for the jump right there. Now we're in scramble mode. Zeke's flying around the perimeter. I'm in the paint with it. I'm here for the rotations. Apollo to the corner again. I'm here once again if he does drop, but we're also both going to bait. Again, like I said, personally, I think you can make your impact felt off ball defensively in this game as a lockdown. Because if Zeke is guarding ball and me and Apollo are both off ball, look at this court shrinkage that we're doing right now. We are baiting him, begging him, asking him, throw to this guy. And if you don't, you're going to deal with a lot of defenders near you and around you, and you're pretty much going to have to. And we can both recover and contest tremendously. Look at this. Like, I'm baiting way down there, still get the contest like crazy on this one. Apollo and me both have good defensive rebound as well, so we can both afford to crash the D-board if the other one had to contest harder. And as you can see, I mean, I'm grabbing these boards, and these dudes are struggling to shoot right now. But again, I really do want to let you guys know, it's just because Apollo had the timing set to like a different timing cue than he's used to. All right, now on this possession, I do end up committing a turnover off of it, but I wanted to bring this to you to showcase the shot contesting ability of his build. Now look at this. If you were to ever imagine he's going to go up the shot right now, what would the contest be from Apollo? I want you guys to think in your head right now what that shot contest is. And look at this. That's crazy. He gets a 13% contest on that. He's out on the break, but like I said, I throw a turnover. But again, just wanted to show that shot contesting ability. That's insane. And he doesn't have enhanced jump shot contest. He has, I believe, perimeter badge drop as his primary takeover, and then for the secondary takeover has extreme clamps. So even though we do have team, I just want to let you know neither of them are the enhanced jump shot contest. You're going to see off of this gets another pluck bump. I don't know what you want to call it because it's not a pluck steal, but it's just like a pluck force pickup, so to say. Like you're going to see at the end of this game the steal count that he has, 4 or 5 steals each game that we show in the gameplays, but he still has so many plucks, so many like bumps, so many tip passes that don't actually result in a steal or anything. I would say though, this game was so defensive back and forth, so full of turnovers. I feel like ours were more mistakes though. It wasn't really like the aspect of the builds or anything. I mean, you can see I literally have 12 points, 9 rebounds. It doesn't help that obviously, like I said, the jump shot meter was off for Apollo. We get some tough bump steal right there on Zeke, but check this out. This is how your defense can pick you up and win you games. Apollo gets the bump steal right there. This isn't anything to do with your steal rating being super crazy, getting pluck steals, anything like that. It's literally just you placing your hand in the right spot. I will say though, being a lock, you can recover a lot better off of accidentally doing it the wrong way. Like for instance, right there, Zeke, he would be stuck in mud for quite a bit longer going for that bump steal than me or Apollo would be going for the steal because of his steal rating. I will say though, Zeke still has lock take on this small guard, so it's actually a pretty cool little build. But Anyway, I am over there on the corner. We're playing the lane. We're out in the fast break. Zeke's over here playing around, and we get an over-the-head lob for the win instead of him just going up for the lay. I love it, though. That's what makes him Zeke. So I love seeing stuff like that. Anyway, as far as the actual stats of this, you can see, like, Apollo, once again, with 5 steals in the game. And again, I want to mention, like, he still had tip passes, plucks and stuff that weren't relating to actually getting a steal, but even still at that, you can feel the impact ridiculously. The off-ball defense from both of us. He still had that 1 rebound. Obviously, it's not a huge contribution, but it still plays the factor, and having that D-board upgraded, especially as that lockdown, can still be huge. And again, I am lined up at the 2 with this Ben Simmons build. If y'all want to see more of this, feel free to just drop a like, leave a comment, tell me to drop the build, because I think this truly can play like a pure lock too, and I'll have my own moments of shining as a lockdown on this. But anyway, like I said, just wanted to showcase to you guys the power of a pure lockdown in 2K23. I wish I had better screenshots to show than this shooting percentage right here, obviously. And now that I think about it, I'm actually on the game, so I could just pull this up. Here's Apollo's 3-point percentage. He shoots 54% from 3. We've maintained a 92 win percent while playing with him as well. And honestly, like I said, I think 54 3-point percentage is very good in this game so far. I've generally, the people that I'm playing against definitely have around like 40s or something like that. We'll say playing like a lockdown is obviously a little bit easier when it comes to that, but as far as the badges go, he literally just got the majority of these. Obviously, we were playing, I'm telling y'all, we were playing with like literally no hot zones, 0 shooting badge. Apollo, he was banging all these threes as well. Just really, really good shooter for sure. So again, poor gameplay for that, but I wanted to showcase the defensive aspect of it. I'm sure a lot of you guys know that obviously you can shoot with that level of 3-pointer in this game with 86. So anyway, that's all for the video. Hope you all enjoyed. If you did, feel free to drop a like, sub if you're new to them noties, all that good stuff. Like always, try to want 2,000 likes. And if you made it to the end of the video, put lock in the comments, search Porchman all the way through. As you can see right here, this is the updated version of his build that now has nearly all of his defensive badges and the max and all that stuff. I mean, it's devious, bro. Hall of Fame clamps, glove, interceptor, pick dodger, silver on the rebound chaser. I would recommend that he probably puts on the bronze box out beast as well, and maybe some higher workhorse too. But anyway, like I said, this is looking crazy. He still gets plenty more defensive badges too, for that matter. And obviously, you're going to want things like Menace, potentially as well. Obviously, Challenger is a pretty good one too. If I had to make a recommendation, it'd probably be to take off Interceptor if you're playing in Pro-Am or something like that, if you're truly going to play an on-ball lockdown defensive build. But to be fair, off-ball defense is so good in this game. It's possible to just take Pick Dodger off when you're playing like Park especially too, because me and him could just play sides on everything. And if he gets bodied on a screen, I'll just step up and he can take the big easy. So stuff like that is definitely doable. Honestly, I'm starting to think you can maybe play like defense in this game without clamps on a high level either. But honestly, you know, it's all just revisionist stuff where you can just change your badges up based on what you're playing and how you're feeling. But anyway, that's all for the video. Hope you all enjoyed. Like I said, if you did, for drop a like, sub if you're new to them noties, good stuff. And like always, try to 2,000 likes. On that, take it easy, man. Peace.